Sometimes it's important to track not only a specific customer, but different activities related to that specific customer. As a training company, for example, we might provide training for, say, a new software implementation, like QuickBooks 2009, as well as ongoing training throughout the year and training for specific special projects that may come up. While they could be tracked simply under the one customer account, sometimes tracking things by job is easier and more efficient, and it also gives us a way to isolate costs, and more importantly sometimes for the company is the ability to isolate profitability. For example, one project may be not as profitable as another, and this gives me a way of kind of pigeonholing them into different categories so I can get an overall look at the customer as a whole, but also on a finer level by job. What I'd like to do is go ahead and create a job for one of my existing customers, and we'll go ahead and choose Brookfield Mechanical. I'll select their account, and then I'll move up to the New Customer and Job button and choose Add Job. The name of the job is going to be QuickBooks 2009 Rollout. And now I can continue to work with the specific information about this job. There is a Job Info tab at the very end of the tab strip. For example, what is the job status? Well, for this particular job, we have just been awarded the job, and we're going to give it a start date, let's say, of August 1st. August 1st happens to be a Saturday from my little drop-down calendar, so we will choose August 3rd instead. And then we can tell when it's projected to end. We don't want this job to go too far out, so let's go over to August, and we'll say maybe it's just going to be a couple of weeks, through the 24th of August. When the project actually ends, we can put in the end date. This information will be useful for our reporting as well as some planning and other types of things that we can do. Next thing I need is a job description. We will say Training for QuickBooks 2009. We also could choose the type of job it is. And I'm just going to choose Commercial, although this is yet another list that I would want to customize over time. That's really all there is to it. We now have this particular one added, but I'm going to click on Next because I have two different types of things that I'm doing for this company. The other thing we're doing is ongoing training for 2009. Now, we certainly hope to be training them longer than just through 2009, but what we've been asked to do and what we want to do as a company is to be able to track things by training year, so we can tell how much money was invested by this company in training for the year of 2009. Next year, we'll go ahead and add ongoing training for 2010 and so forth for as long as they want to keep us as their training provider. When I create the new job, it always bumps me back to the first tab, so I would have to go back to Job Info. Since we're already started, I would say that this one is actually in progress. The start date is going to go all the way back to January. And yes, I could type these in myself, or we can use these nice little drop-down calendars. I'm not in the mood to type, so I'm just going to click a few times. There we go. And then we'll customize the description as well. At this point, I can go ahead and click OK. What we get to see now is for Brookfield Mechanical, we have both of those jobs listed underneath as subcategories or sub-jobs, ongoing training and QuickBooks 2009 rollout. You will also see how we'll be able to track the balance totals for each of these jobs as well as Brookfield Mechanical as a whole. This is going to be very useful for the way that we need to manage our business and the way that Brookfield wants to get reports, invoices, and statements.